To my fellow collectors out there who are in search of this G.I. Joe classified action figure and you are not in luck, I've got this figure from Monkey Depot. So do head there on their website. You could get this Flint and the Lady J. They are available on stock. As to quantity, I am not sure. I just ordered this guy over there because I order my 1:6 or 12-inch figure accessories at Monkey Depot. So it so happened I have an account there, and they are selling action figures right now. So Marvel Legends and G.I. Joe Classified Series and Star Wars Black Series. So if you're in search of this guy and the Lady J, head over there right now when you see this video and make your order to spare yourself the headache and the waste of gas in search of this Flint G.I. Joe Classified. I've seen the other reviews of G.I. Joe Classified Series Flint, and right now that I have this figure on hand, I could really say too that he is a redeco and remold of G.I. Joe Duke. So what's important to me is not that they share the same mold, or they share the same legs, arms, and other body parts. What's important to me is, even if they share the same parts, is the execution of those shared parts with the character of Flint. So did they really get the Flint character, the G.I. Joe character, even if they reused the Duke mold? And I could say that yes, they really Hasbro really has executed the character of Flint with this figure. So as to the color of the shirt, the beret, the pants, etc., you could really tell, even if they share the same mold and some body parts. Yeah, this is Duke, that is Flint, and that's what is important. So let's discuss the features of this Flint G.I. Joe Classified Series figure. Okay, so yes, some would complain of the limited mobility to the torso because of this load-bearing vest. But as to the amount of detail or the thing that was added to the charisma of the figure because of this molded piece of hard plastic that limited mobility of the figure, I still would rather have this vest than a bare-chested Flint with just the belt and the suspenders with the ammunition on it. I would rather have this kind of mold. As to, however, mobility, I've also played with this figure for about an hour now before making this review, and I could say that it's decent enough that we have mobility here and there to make certain poses. So I'm really not missing this part over here. Actually, I am more happy with this Flint figure because this part, which is really exposed, and you could really tell that is really a torso cut for mobility, and sometimes it's an eyesore that you don't have it with this figure because the torso articulation is covered. But that's it. It's a give and take situation wherein You just have to give in to the design additional features which would sometimes hinder the articulation of the figure, but the added feature really spices up the character of the figure in a more updated version like this one. So for example, we have the ammunition set over here on the load-bearing vest. We also have pouches for rifle pouches for an AR-15. We also have small pouches on the side for maybe possible additional accessories or a medical kit or trauma kit or some sort. We also have pouches over here, and one great thing, this figure has a storage capacity or a way to carry his Riot Shotgun, which is this one. Now let's get over with the shotgun. The thing that I have a gripe with regards to the design of this weapon, of course, I'm a realist. I'm into 1:6 scale work, so breaking pieces like this is not my thing. Of course, we know that that is a pump action shotgun. That is not a breech loaded shotgun. But if it's for added feature, well, it's okay with me. But if they would have just made this figure a little bit more realistic by really correcting the angle of the weapon, because if you are going to really push the pistol grip side of the weapon closer to the breech loading face, you could really tell that it's crooked. So you have to angle this part over here a little bit lower to really correct the position or the firing mechanism, which provides that gap over there. As you could see, that light is passing through. Now if you do this, then the weapon is crooked. Well, just if you're a customizer, then that's an easy fix. If you don't want that this gimmick by Hasbro, then just put something over here and then glue that damn thing to make it more realistic of a Riot shotgun or a shockwave shotgun. But I really like the accessories because this is more realistic. You have a side saddle over here with some more additional shotgun shells. And the thing that is really great is you could store the weapon on the figure's back this way. So you could just make use of the pistol accessory if you like to display this figure with just a pistol on hand, or he could possibly hold on to another accessory if you want to, something that is dual wielded, both hands, while the pistol is in for example in holstered, maybe an RPG. The Duke is firing Flint is shouldering an RPG of some sort. Yeah, so that's the idea. Okay, now as to the figure, that's I love the color of the pants, which is camouflaged. This time I like the color of the shin guards, which, as you could see, there are also straps. Now that's good because realistically speaking, shin guards over a combat boot would really need strapping mechanism just like that. So good job, Hasbro. My gripe with the Duke figure, yes, I like the design of the Duke figure, but my gripe with this figure is with regards to how loose the belt and this thing over here. It's all loose. Even the pouch, the holster is loose. If you move it up this way, that's loose, pretty much so loose. But with the Flint figure, because this is a load-bearing vest and also an armor piece, this thing is really nice and secure. Even the belt over here is nice and secure. It doesn't move around, wobble around like the Duke figure, which is really wobbling around like crazy. So one other thing that I added with my Duke figure is the capacity to carry magazine pouches for that AR-15. Let's not call it any other kind of weapon. The configuration of this rifle is an AR-15, so he needs AR-15 magazines. So I took this from a Marvel Legends Punisher figure, the 8 years. So because if you look at the belt pouch over here, this is supposed to be the magazine pouch for that weapon. But if you could look at it, that's a really long magazine, and that's a very short pouch for a very long magazine, so it does not make sense. So I added this thing on with my Duke figure to spice up a little bit of realism to the character of my Duke figure. So that's it. That's with Duke. Let's go back to Flint. Now the thing that I really would like to mention is they added also a pistol. Same pistol as Duke's, only a different color. Duke has gold on the slide. Flint is an all black pistol. Okay, now if you're a competition shooter, you would really realize that those are ammunition for a revolver styled weapon, because the individual cartridges are housed on the belt itself. A lot of people would really make a mistake to say that these two over here are grenades. No, they are not hand grenades, these two, because if you take a look overhead, those are cylinder magazines for a revolver like this. So just added correction, if you have a Marvel Legends figure and you want to correct that system because that is not accurate, how could he reload a semi-auto pistol wherein he has revolver magazines and loose rounds on his belt? So if you have one of the Marvel Legends revolvers like this one, then you could quickly remedy that fault in design or accessory that came with this Flint figure. So that's why he's sporting a 357 revolver right now, Dirty Harry style. Okay, so this is my review of G.I. Joe Flint. If you still don't have this figure, my advice, go over to Monkey Depot right now while they still have the stock of this figure on hand. So if you like my review, like, comment, and subscribe.